Hi there, everyone. This is Colin from Luma Imports. We are excited to get this opportunity to see you. I hope you can hear the scare quotes around see. Um, we've missed being able to share a lot of this with you this past summer, but we're hoping that this is a good first step with our friends at Alliance here at talking about what Luma has coming out, what's just come out, what's in the pipe, and in general, trying to get you excited for the whole line of publishers that Luma represents in the US market. I'll just pop off right away. Luma is not a standard publisher. We tend to work directly with a number of European publishers to make sure that you can get their games, their lines, available in the US. And oftentimes their bandwidth is dedicated to the creation and the manufacturing of those titles without necessarily being able to have boots on the ground in the United States. And that's where we come in. And one of the titles that you may be familiar with is from a company called Synapse, who I'm already breaking my initial pitch. This is a new Canadian company, and you may be familiar with Quaddle. Now, Quaddle just released earlier this month, and this has been a title that's excited us because of the sheer table presence, the high quality components. This is a game that has had strong buzz simply because it's a joy to play. It's a joy to handle, it's a joy to try to come up with new and interesting strategies, and we've been very pleased with the reviews that have been coming out with it so far, and this is definitely available now through your rep here at Alliance. Now, from Synapse, we also have Crazy Tower, and Crazy Tower is a dexterity game that is extremely frustrating because you are building it back up. You are reverse Jenga, building a Tetris style grid, and there's a bunch of different modes. And this is one of the games that we're providing a special with through Alliance. And this is going to be a buy a case, buy 11, and get one free. And this has been a title that we have enjoyed great success with from a family perspective, especially with tons of kids being stuck inside throughout the summer. This has been a title that we've been happy to be able to have in our catalog to really have something that all ages can play very quickly and without a ton of prep or takedown. Now, Huracan is one of our newest lines, and Huracan is famous for titles like Mr. Jack, the Mr. Jack line with Pocket in New York, and that is going to be coming from Luma starting very shortly. Those games will also be back on the market, and you'll be able to contact your Alliance rep about the Mr. Jack line through Luma. But the title that is most exciting that we want to talk about right now is Via Magica. And this is a game that's coming out at the end of next month, October 22nd. Via Magica is a small box, small price point, big game. That's the most trite thing I can say. But what you have here is a gamer bingo, and a gamer bingo where you have a variety of different elements that you're trying to manipulate in order to summon the most, the best, the greatest quantity of summon cards, different creatures out of their portals. You use the crystals shown over there in the image there. Those are going to be a limited supply of items that you can use to try to complete different creature summons as different elements are drawn out of the bag. If this seems familiar to some of you retailers, that is very much because this is a retheming, but not a reworking, a retheming of the Spiel des Jahres nominee Rise of Augustus from back in 2013. This is a much smaller box, different art from a variety of different French artists. This one had excellent buzz as we played it at the Gamma Trade Show back in March in the before times, and this is something that we just can't get enough of. We very much believe in this, especially at this box and this price point and this presentation. We think you will agree when you get a chance to see it. Horrible Guild is one of the companies that is, I think, best known for table presence over the past few years, and many of those titles like Potion Explosion, Dragon Castle really capture the eye with very strong gameplay, but also just family friendly and accessible rules. Now, the first question is, when can I get the King's Dilemma? That's a very good question to those of you in the crowd. King's Dilemma is finally coming back. We should have copies coming at the end of next month. The past few months have been a challenge for everyone in terms of supply chain, but the King's Dilemma, which has just been doing gangbusters, especially since Shut Up and Sit Down, especially since the Kennerspiel des Jahres nomination this summer, this is still just the standard bearer for narrative gameplay, and we will be very happy when it is back in stock, and I'm sure you will be too. Please keep in touch with your Alliance rep, and they will let you know exactly when it is arrived. Arriving soon, however, is a game called Unicorn Fever. This was on Kickstarter earlier this year, and it is finally coming. We're going to be handling it coming into retail. This is an absolutely ridiculous game in the best possible sense of the word. You are a variety of different fantastical gamblers. You are down at the Rainbow Road. You are going to be, no patent pending, you are all going to be betting on which unicorn is going to do well, which one's going to place. But none of you are in control of the unicorns themselves. Your goal is to bet on them and to make quiet, secret little deals with a variety of different magical elves to help you adjust the odds in your favor. So you're going to spend some of that elf gold to make some of that elf gold as multiple rounds, multiple races unfold. This has done well for us in terms of just the visual. People are drawn to it. The mechanics are quite straightforward, but there's definitely an advanced play if you want to get a little bit more interesting with your magical racing gambling. But this one will be coming out mid to late November, and we are excited for you to see what this is going to happen. Now, our second special that's coming along with the Alliance Open House Online this year is the promo for buying 7, getting 1 free, buying a set, getting one of those free, of the Similo line. Fables and History, releasing last year, have been doing very, very well for us, as well as the recently released Myths. And as many of you know, we featured Fables and History at last year's Alliance Open House, and this one was great hit for us and continues to be, and that is why we're going to extend this promo going into Q4. We think it is still a strong title to have at point of sale, as well as just to put in as stocking stuffers at the $10 price point. And we mention this because we've recently announced, through Horrible has recently announced, the next 2 games in the Similo line, Animals and Wild Animals. Now, these 2 are going to be coming out late this year, early next year, and these are going to feature 2 new completely standalone 30-card decks featuring a variety of more traditional domestic North American animals, as well as more international, more wild, less domesticated animals. And these are, just like the other versions, completely interchangeable with the other 3 games. So we are looking forward to adding a little bit more diversity and changing up the kind of clues that you're able to give with Animals and Wild Animals coming soon. Now, this is another quick one from Horrible. Blue and Red, the Deep Blue and Blazing Red editions of Railroad Inc., getting another shout out on Sit Up and Shut Down just recently, talking about roll and rights. And these 2 have been out of stock for a little bit. They will be coming back in the next month or 2. And this is something that we know is going to do well. It already has done well. We know from your feedback that Railroad does well. And that's why we're excited for the next 2. This was also a Kickstarter through Horrible earlier in the year, and it is a very strong indication that this is going to continue to be a strong line for us and for Horrible. Lush Green and Shining Yellow are going to provide new challenges. The rules are going to be slightly different in terms of what you're going to be able to do and what you're going to be able to build as far as your networks go, and we're excited to see that these continue to grow the already established line, and these will be coming out early next year. Holy Grail we mentioned because they are a fantastic young company and a big game that we've had a lot of feedback on has been Rallyman GT. And Rallyman GT has been a huge community, really surprising in terms of the passion, the dedication, pleasantly surprising, because this is a title that was a cult classic, definitely went under the radar until they brought it back. They refinished it, they redeveloped it with the help of the original designer. Everything here is a passion project, and it has just exploded. And this will be back in stock late this year, as well as all of the available expansions. And we are looking forward to Rallyman Dirt, which was also up on Kickstarter earlier this year. The retail tale of that game will be coming out sometime in 2021, and that is going to, we feel, continue to build upon a community that is already very strong and very passionate and very vocal about what they want to see in this game and this line coming forward. Ankama. So, when we talk about beautiful games here at Luma, one of the absolute icons of artistic development, graphic design for us is Ankama. They routinely deliver beautiful games with simple mechanics, and we have been very happy to start the ball rolling on the buzz for Dream Runners, which is going to be a real-time polyomino manipulation game where you are going to be trying to race against the clock and your opponents to figure out how to maneuver through each of the environments you see up top. There's 4 different colors, 4 different seasons. You're going to be moving through randomly selected fields that could have nightmares that you have to avoid, treasures that you need to collect, and even potential treasures, these magical eggs that you need to unlock provided you've grabbed some keys. So this is going to be something that's coming out towards the end of October, and this is going to be something that we feel very strongly is going to be a family hit for the upcoming Christmas season. Well, well, well. We draw near the end because Draftosaurus is Draftosaurus. You know it. If you don't know it, please acquaint yourself. This is absolutely the game that put Luma on the map, where show after show, put this on the table, bust out those tiny little dino meeples, round after round, summer side board, winter side board. It just resonates. There's a whole lot of dinosaur games that you can invest in right now. There's a lot on the market, and there are, honestly, that's fantastic. Dinosaurs are something that really, I don't know, for me, one of the first things I ever wanted to be was a paleontologist. So, I mean, dinos will always have a soft spot in my heart, and this game will always have a soft spot because it is just the easiest title to play with players of any age, and we are looking forward to this title being back in stock. We have some that just hit, so please do talk to your Alliance rep. They should be able to get this for you, and we will have more coming soon. And along with that, we will announce, because it has come to the attention of the populace, but we'll spread it a little further here at Alliance Open House Online 2020, that with more Draftosaurus comes more Draftosaurus dinos. Draftosaurus Marina and Aerial Show are going to be the first expansions to Draftosaurus. These are going to add new boards, new gameplay strategies, new dinos that you're going to be able to use in order to try to expand the experience. Is it going to make the game more complicated? No, the goal is to create variety and variability in the gameplay without layering on complexity. So both of these expansions can be used one independently of the other, or you can combine them to add more and more gameplay to your Draftosaurus experience. Plus, you finally get some of those swimming and flying dinosaurs to really round out your Dino Meeple collection. So, this is going to be an example of a variety of different publishers that we at Luma work with directly to try to bring their titles, their lines, and their brands to you, American retailers. And we just want to thank you for being here. This has been a challenging year for all of us, and we know that we're all trying to make things work. We're all trying to figure out how to bring gaming to the people that need it, and the people have told us over and over this year that this is something that is helping, and you are helping. You, as the retailers, are helping uh, build up those communities, or even though they're a little bit diffuse right now, helping them maintain their own communities. So thank you so much. And this first opportunity I have to speak with you this year, really, since GTS back in March. Um, I hope you are all doing well. I hope you continue to do well. If you have any questions whatsoever, we hope that you reach out. All of our info is in the Discord server. Luma Imports, feel free to stop on by to text or chat. If you have anything that you need to ask, or if you want to sign up for our newsletter, have any product questions, do not hesitate to send me an email. Info is in the Discord server. It is colin.young@lumagames.ca. Please don't hesitate. Thank you so much for being here right now at this time, and we hope that you will continue to be here for many years to come, and we will be here too, and hopefully we will all get to see each other very soon. Thanks, everyone.
All right, and